Fine. So do you have any information about BI or BI or?
No, no, no. Actually, means I know it was a something desktop tool where we can just whenever we need to provide any dashboards and all of this stuff, so we can use that.
Okay, okay. But not got a chance to explore on Power BI what it is and
No,
things.
no, no, no.
Okay. It's one of the most happening now in BI. See, actually, Tableau was a very popular BI tool, and it is there almost for more than 2 decades. But
Hmm.
recent history, when you look like last 4 5 years, say, Power BI is which is trending in the top of the any BI tool. There are many BI tools, and Power BI is one which has been in the trending in the top of the top notch. Okay, fine.
Hmm.
So now, generally, like if I have to talk about the Power BI, so is a business intelligence tool. Okay. So generally, when I talk about a business intelligence tool, that means it is mainly. So when you talk about any kind of a BI tool, business intelligence is just nothing but a process of studying a historical data and getting the insights on that particular data. And based on the insights, you're going to explain to the manager. So if you have to explain to the managers or the decision makers or the stakeholders, you
Hmm.
cannot just like take that millions of rows of data and then start explaining the data. So you need to summarize that, and then
Okay.
a better way to explain is we can convert that to into a pictorial format, that is a charts. Okay, so then it becomes more easy to explain. Fine. So this particular BI tool, what it does is it helps you mainly in studying your historical data, getting the insights of that, converting that particular data into an information presentation. There is nothing but either it can be a tables or it can be a matrix. It can be even the graph is a much better way of explaining the data. Okay, so that is what it is. And with the interactions, like okay, I'm presenting the data, so this is how the sales are happening geographically. But when I say geographically, I say particular state or particular region, how they are been performing. But I want to, at the same time, I should be able to slice it. Okay, when you see furniture, this is how things are happening. Technology, this is what happens happening. Electronics, this is what is happening. So I should be able to slice and explain, like this product, this category of product is doing good in this particular geographic location, or something. So if you have to do those kind of a thing, so yeah, you can summarize the data, you can present the data in the different formats, and not only that, you should be able to have an interaction on that. Interactivity can be given. So there is a slices and slice and dice kind of a things. Fine.
Hmm.
Okay, that is the main of this particular thing. So let us look into how we can do this things. Okay, hey, if I have to do that, so that is what mainly, like any kind of a BI tools, they should have a capability of. See, the nowadays the data is like a fuel. Okay,
Hmm.
which is driving this particular the current industry kind of a thing. And now the data can be present in any formats. It can be in the CSV, Excel, database servers, SAP, HANA. There are many different types of data sources. The data can be present in the folders and things. Okay. Now, when I just say we have this particular fuel, but we need to drive this. So, BI tool, what happens is they should be able to read the data from any data sources. Okay, and once
Hmm.
the data is being read, so most often what happens, like you might be having the data in the different formats, which might not be in a way where you can directly go ahead and summarize the data, and directly again go ahead and analyze the data. So might be we have to perform some kind of a data cleanings. Okay, might be removing the blank rows, duplicate rows, null values, and all this kind of a thing. So, so any BI tool should be capable of not only extracting the data from the different data sources, but at the same time they should have a capability of transforming the data in such a way that we should be able to easily go ahead and create a reports, summarize the data. Okay, and that summarized data will be converted into the charts. Fine. Okay,
Okay.
so any BI tool should be capable of that. Okay, thanks. Now, Power BI is one of the powerful business intelligence tool, which has the capability of extracting the data from more than 100 different types of data sources. I can say this is one of the BI tool which supports the maximum number of data sources. Okay, that is one thing. Second thing is, like the Power BI has this particular tool where I can transform the data. That means whatever the data you have read, so that my data might not, generally it will not be in the form directly. I can go ahead and do the analysis. Okay, so it has something called as the Power Query. So where I can very easily take this particular data and transform this particular data. That means we can perform the transformation. That means might be you might have some blank rows, you might have some duplicate rows. Sometimes the data is being merged and it is being stored. You have to split the data to have more granular reports, or sometimes you have to merge. Sometimes you have to what do you say, unpivot the data. You have to transpose the data. You have to identify the null values, fill the null values. You want to do a find and replace. Yes, you can do various data transformations kind of a thing. So for that, we have this particular tool here called as the Power Query. So which mainly helps you in performing this particular transformation. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Then we do also have a Power Pivot. Power Pivot is like ETL tool. ETL tool is like what? Sorry, Power Pivot is Power Query is a ETL tool. Extract, transform, and the load. It helps you in extracting the data from the different data sources, and whatever the data has been extracted, it helps you in performing the transformation of that data, and then loading that particular data for the analysis purpose.
Okay.
Whereas the Power Pivot is nothing but a tool where I can do the data modeling. So that means your data is present in multiple what you say tables. Okay, and now I want to see this report as a single table. Okay, so in Excel you generally do this VLOOKUP to solve this kind of a problem. Okay, using a reference, get the related data, and then go ahead and create the reports and all the consolidations and all these things, right? So but here
Mm-hmm.
at Excel, let the physically the data be present in a separate table, but logically we'll see this as one single table. That is, we'll try to build a relationship between the tables, and then we'll go ahead and create the visuals. So that is what is your Power Pivot helps you in. Is a data modeling tool which is used for creating a relational relationship between the multiple tables. Okay,
Okay.
so that means
Mm-hmm.
Power BI has all these components. And apart from that, we have a Power View. Power View is like, as the name only says, view is a visualization. So that means it's a
Mm-hmm.
tool which really helps you in whatever the data you have, okay, transformed, model data and things. So I need to convert that into a visual so that it becomes easy for me to explain that particular data. Okay, things. Mainly we use
Got.
this particular thing.
Mm-hmm.
So here it supports more than 200, 300 plus different types of charts. Okay. And then we have a
Mm-hmm.
last one as the Power BI services. Like, we have extracted the data, we have performed the transformation on the data, we have done a visualization on that data. And once we have created this particular charts, we need to publish this particular data. Okay. So that it can be accessed through the, where I can should be able to share it to the end users. Okay. So for that, we have something called as Power BI services. So Power BI services is actually a cloud-based service where I can push this particular data to the cloud, and from there it becomes easy for me to share this particular reports, okay, to the end users, to the stakeholders, to the business managers, and so on. Okay, thanks.
Okay.
So Power BI has all these components. Will be as we
Mm-hmm.
go, I will be learning all those particular things in the Power
Okay.
BI. Okay. Hey, how exactly a Power BI works? Okay, so generally it works something like this. It helps you to extract the data from the different data sources. Your data sources might be the CSV format, Excel format, Access, SQL, or whatever it is. First thing is it helps you in extracting this particular data from the different data sources. And once it has been extracted in the Power BI desktop, see, we have Power BI desktop and the service. In the Power BI desktop, we have the Power Query, Power View, and also we have what you call it as um, Power Pivot. So here I can extract the data, perform the transformation on the data, even create the relationship between the tables, and then create the charts. Okay, summarize the data and create the charts. And that particular reports, what you have created based on the charts you're creating a reports, that report we publish it to the cloud. Okay, which is nothing but your Power BI services. And from there, I can share that to the different what is it, the end users, the stakeholders, and so on.
Okay. One question, Sadiq. So can we? So I have like one Excel file where we have a multiple data. So I need to extract like we need to go table by table. We cannot do that, right? Modification of a data in
See,
Power
see, see,
BI.
I'll tell you one thing, Jayesh. Excel is an amazing tool where I can perform maximum data analytics. Or if I say like all the data analytics features are possible in Excel. In
Oh
Excel, there
yes.
is something called as a Power Pivot. Have you tried it?
Yes. Power.
Power Pivot.
No.
Yeah, Excel has a Power Query. Excel has a Power Pivot. Excel has a Power View. Whatever I showed here, all three things are there in Excel. All three things are there in Excel. So only thing
Yeah,
is
even
Excel.
though we can bar chart also, we can perform in Excel also, right? So why we have this different tool as a Power BI? Other than that, like it's easy to provide the data solutions, let's say in a chat format, or let's say in a good format. That is the reason, or like.
Okay, okay, fine. See, Excel is an amazing tool. Just now I said like Excel, almost all the data analytics features can be done in Excel. Okay, but I said some limitations of Excel. The limitation
Mhm.
is, see, Excel is like, junk of all. It's not master of something.
Correct, yeah.
Understood the meaning, huh? So that means I can
Mhm.
store a very, very large amount of data, and I can do perform the calculations, I can perform the conditional formattings, I can summarize the data, pivotings, and all these things are there. It supports even the financial functions are there, PMT, FV, IRR. Okay, all those functions,
Mhm.
financial functions are there. Is that? Yeah, we can create amortization tables and all these things. We can have on auto updates and all these things. Any changes you do, okay, the investment amount, the loan amount, automatically monthly what is the EMIs you have to pay, amortization tables, everything gets updated. Is it
Correct,
auto
yes.
updates and all the things are there? And based on that you want to create a charts and all those things, you can create it. Okay, all those things are there. So I can say it's not a master of something, but it has multiple features it supports. Okay, that is
Mhm.
really a very good thing. But when I say, like, when you have a junk of all, but when I am doing a specifically a business intelligence, it will be better always. I have some master in that. Okay. So I'll just say, like, Power BI is exclusively tool for the BI, business intelligence. That is why it is called as. So here what
Okay.
happens in Power BI doesn't store the data. Okay, we always extract the data. So the data will be present in any sources. We try to extract and then we work. Okay, that is one
Mhm.
thing. Second thing is, like, this supports more than 100 different types of data sources. I can read the data from the SAP. I can read the data from SharePoint. I can read the data from the cloud. I can read the data from the folder. See, nowadays even the Excel has this Power Query tool. Okay, I think
Mhm.
Power Pivot modeling Excel also has nowadays kind of a thing. But I'll tell you, in Excel, how many charts you can create?
Mm, not much more, but like it
15,
has,
20
it is
charts
also.
can be created.
Sorry.
15 to 20 charts can be created.
No, multiple cannot. Like we can,
It's
but it has
10 to
some
15 different types of charts
limitations.
can be created. 10 to 15 different types of charts can be created.
Yes.
Like line chart is one,
No,
bar
no,
chart
no.
is one. Yeah, we can create.
Mhm.
But here,
Yes.
if I say 200, 300 plus different types of charts can be created, that's a big
Yes.
number. Apart from that, I'll
Mhm.
tell you, okay, we can have a highly interactive. Like, so you select a particular legend, all the charts gets automatically updated. Okay.
Mhm.
See, in Excel also you can do the dashboards can be done in Excel. Okay, but you have to use the slicers and you have to explicitly give a report connection and all those things. Here by default we have our interactions. Okay, visual to visual interactions. That is the action filters are there. There is a we have a better slices, better way of creating a dashboard. See, I can create dashboards in Excel also, but here dashboard creation is much easier. Okay, that is thing. And apart from all these things, we also have a lot of built-in AI tools. It automatically senses the data and gives you, like, I can see try to find out, how things can be fixed, how things can be corrected. So as a business manager, okay, our objective is to how to improve the business, how to improve the profit. Okay, so how can
Mhm.
you do that is only if you know where things are going wrong, you can do that. Is it? So first thing
Correct.
is we try to find out where things are going wrong. Okay, once we know why things where things are going wrong, then we try to do some kind of a diagnostic on that. Diagnostics is something like, hey, when things are going wrong for a particular product, so I want to know, like, is that product doing bad in all the states? Okay, it might be doing a particular very good in some state. Okay, it might be that same product is not doing good in the other state. What can be the factor that is not that product is not doing good in the other state, but it is doing good in another state? Okay, there can be various factors. See, like, if I'm talking about the some say coolers, ACs and all this thing, so those people, those particular products are sold more in the states or cities which are more humid. Okay, so that means like have a high temperatures and thing. And the same products when you go to a cities where we have a kind of a decent climate, like, cold, like say hill station, those
Mhm.
products might not be sold more. Okay, so is that a kind of a thing? Or might be like, what kind of a what is say fixed cost you have. See, something like, you're putting a product in the commercial area, but that products ke liye we don't need a commercial area, like say machineries, furnitures, or you talk about a gym. Okay. Um, uh, Having a gym in a commercial area in the ground floor is a kind of a stupid. I don't have to say stupidity, but I say you're spending more. See, because in the commercial area the rents are very high, and that too especially when I go to the ground floors the rents are very high, and the same thing you go to the top floors the rents are very, and especially in the commercial areas, ground floor and the top floor it makes a lot of difference. Unless it is a mall or something like they give you some lift and all this thing, escalators are there and all these things. But if it is a like building complex and all these things, so ground floors will be a different rent, and the top floors will be a different rent. Okay, so now when I have a gym, all the healthy people come. They come there to reduce their weight and all these things. So every step we say, hey, you're burning this kind of a calories. Okay, and the second thing is like once they have registered, they register for 1 year, and whether they come for 1 month or whatever it is, that is a secondary kind of a thing. But we always try to, whenever the a person comes to the gym, we always promote them for at least for 1 year package. I say, hey, 1 month,
Correct.
you'll not be able to get any results. Okay,
Hmm.
clearly says like like 1 month, what is the result you can get? If you start a gym, it should be like continuous. Okay, they always sell it for a 6 months to one year package minimum kind of a things. Okay, so that means once year
Hmm.
1 year you are subscribed, even if it is an installment, a huge amount of money, 50% of the money you've taken in the starting. So even if it is a fourth floor, he has to come. Even if it is a non-commercial area, so residential area, he comes. Okay, so
Hmm.
that is the kind of the best way. Like see, one thing what happens is like a gym can run good only when you should have a good space. Okay, to work out and a
Correct.
kind of good ventilation. Second thing is you should have a good equipment and good trainer. Okay, and people come in search of it. Okay, so यहाँ पे like we need to concentrate on those things. But instead of spending on the equipments and the real estate, that is like the square feet cost or whatever the rental. Okay, you're spending more on that by keeping it on the commercial area, so you'll not be able to give a quality things. Okay, but if you
Uh-huh.
can do that in the where I can have a lesser rent, but I can spend more on the equipments and the good trainers and all those things, so that can be a better thing. So doing the right thing in the right place at the right time makes really a lot of sense. Okay, so
Okay.
for this as a business manager, I need to understand. Okay, why things, see, one I can fix the problem only when I know what is the problem. That is the first thing. So when I know the problem, we try to find out like how it can be the solution. So solution can be like okay, we try to find similar kind of products other states now, how it is happening, the other play. So other competitor, how is he doing able to manage it? Okay, might be we can look into those particular things, learn from there, and then try to implement it, kind of a thing. So all these things comes into the picture. Okay, so
Correct.
here what happens is I can create a highly interactive charts with the help of which I can easily compare the data based on the different geographic locations, based on the different categorical information, or based on the different segment of customers, or might be like sometimes seasonal. Okay, see what happens. Some products are sold. See, like when you talk about trends, clothing, during the winter season, see, like when you go to the summer season, okay, you go to a trend, so they have all the cotton shirts, t-shirts, and all this thing. The same thing when I go to a shop, a trend store, during the month of November, December, and January, the climate is very cold, and you see in the
Good.
display and all, they just have all the hoodies, sweaters, and all. They not don't keep that half t-shirts, or they don't keep that cotton this one, but they keep more on what you say the warm materials. Okay, so that
Correct.
warm materials are being sold during the winter time. And the same thing when you during the summer time when you keep, the customer as soon as he looks like that, what should I do with this one? Is it?
Correct.
So they are buying so that they can immediately start using that particular things. Not like, I buy in the month of March and I'll be using in the month of December, January. No, I'll not be doing that, is it? Okay, when I have come for a shop, okay, so even if it is like 2 rupees more, but I should be immediately I should use that. Is it? That is where the retail customer is coming. So during the, okay, we need to understand those things also. So I can even understand like, what is say trend analysis. Okay, we can understand the kind of a like during what period of time which particular products has been fast moving. Okay, it's the same thing
Hmm.
even like when it comes to some kind of engines like radiators and all these things. So summer has a different effects, winter has a different effects. Okay, for every this one, is it? Every business,
Mm-hmm.
you talk about a schooling business. When it comes to schooling business, the business happens during the month of March and April. Once the schools have been started in the month of August, I do a lot of advertisement about my school. Who will come to my school? Okay, admissions are already closed. Everybody have admitted their kids to the school. But
Correct. Yes.
the month of March exam happens, and after, so that means after January, if you try to do some kind of advertisement, okay, people are thinking of a change of school, or they are relocating the house or something. So then they are looking for a house, school, and all this thing. So there, okay, whatever the marketing you do, it reaches to the right customers, and they that marketing will get you the value. So even you have to look like, when you have to do marketing, when the promotion things will work. Okay, during the non-season, how much ever the promotion you do, that doesn't work out.
No,
Okay,
yeah,
so
correct.
like, October, November is a kind of a festival season. So all the, Flipkart and all these things, you see, they come out with all the big billion days and all this particular different types of offers and all these things. See whether they are
Mm-hmm.
giving a discounted price, or whether they are selling the non-moving products or outdated products or whatever it is, that is a secondary. But they are able to reach to the customer, telling that we are there in the industry. Okay, we are there ready to give you the service. And so
So,
like,
is it
that is
like this tool will be visible only providing the let's say market trends analysis, sales?
See,
Uh,
it has a different types of charts. Like, we have a, like, when you want to see the trend analysis, we use a different charts where we can try to find out, which period of time which product is doing better. That can be done. So
got it,
geographical
got it.
analysis, you
Mm-hmm.
want to do it. The categorical analysis, you want to do it. Okay.
Yeah, got
The sales profit comparisons, you want to do it. Okay.
it. Mhm.
Or like, when you give a discount, what is the kind of a profit you're getting? When you're not giving a discount, what is the profit happening? So when you give a discount, what is the sales are happening? Okay.
Mhm.
So generally, whenever you give a discount, obviously the sales increases. But what is the effect of that particular sales to my profit? Okay. So I give some kind of a discounts, my sales increases. But that should not happen, because you have given a discount, the sales have increased, but at the end of the day, I'm going in a negative profit. That should also not happen, is it? Okay.
Correct.
So I should not give too much of discounts is also not good. But giving a small discount and increasing the sales, and that, because that increase more sales, more quantity is being sold, my profit, I'm able to manage the profit almost similar or slightly higher profit. Okay, in that ways, it is worth giving a discount. But you
Mhm.
are giving a discount, and because of that particular discount, my sales have shooted up. But since you have given a discount, my profit has been declined. So that is a concern. Okay, so you
Mhm.
have to look at a, so that is why it is called as BI, business intelligence. Okay, so it is what, taking a smart business decisions, or proactive business decisions. So we can take this particular decisions only when I know the problems, when I know, like, hey, how things are doing at the different aspect, the different factors. Is it? So
Got
it
it.
gives you all
Mm.
those particular things here.
Okay.
Yeah. See, whatever I talk more, but whatever I do is
No,
my
it's
sessions
good
are more of
actually.
going to
Yeah, yeah. No,
be
no, it's good
practical
actually.
session. So yeah, we'll be going at completely hands-on. So might be just to start off like kind of a thing. Or I have more. I'll not be using a
Because
screen.
the theoretical is something different, and when you're going with the practical, so it's very easy to understand
It's
how we
completely
can use
hands-on.
this
My
to.
session will
Yeah.
be completely hands-on. Since today is the day when I've just opened the slide, but I'll tell you, I don't use the slides at all.
Okay.
Okay, so it's going to be completely this one. I'll be sure giving you some kind of a data set. So whatever I do it, after I do it, I just pause. I'll give a time for you, so that you will be parallelly doing that. I'll just give a time. So not parallelly, but I'll explain some things, and it'll be better if you can do it after. I'll just give some time, then you can try. Parallelly, what happens? I click, you click, I click. You
Correct,
got
correct.
the
Yeah.
result, but you'll
Confused.
not know.
Yes.
Okay, why was that? So it is always I recommend, like, to my learners. So okay, to what is say, understand and then try. To say something about myself, I'm into teaching almost from the year 2000. Been certified from Microsoft for the
2000.
program in the year 2000. I started my teaching career, kind of a thing.
Oh, okay.
Been handling from 26 years into teaching itself. Been certified from the Microsoft as an NCP and also Oracle certified professional. I was a hardcore programmer. I
Oh,
started from Visual Basic, VB.NET, C Sharp, ASP.NET, MVC Core, and database administration on Oracle and all these things. But
okay.
somewhere during the COVID time, sitting at home, when I was exploring things, I just came to know that. Data was in a big demand, and that is what exactly is happening now. Even the software guys, after doing a computer science, they are working on Excel and making money, good amount of money, more than the data software engineers.
Correct, correct. Do you have any experience in Ultrix tool also?
Not on Alteryx, but see, Alteryx, as per my knowledge, it is a data transformation tool. So that
Correct.
Power Query
Means
is
actually, what happened? So currently in my organization, so they are using very much this tool.
okay,
So what they are going to do? So it will create some steps for you.
okay,
Let's say
okay,
you are doing something manually, so they will create us some steps for you. It is a AI generated tool, I think so, but it
okay,
is very demanding in now. So I'm just worried about like, so we can have
okay.
that particularly if you are going to do because I think you have a good kind of like good
See, I
knowledge of
think Alteryx I don't do because they'll be arranging another trainer for the Alteryx, but I'll be
okay,
doing the see. This is what has been I take. See, I take on multiple technologies kind of thing, all the modules of data analytics. But for you, according to your subjects, I think I'll be taking the Power BI,
okay,
SQL, and Python.
Python, okay,
I
okay,
haven't
okay.
worked on Alteryx. I have heard, but it's a Power Query does is a similar kind of a tool like Alteryx. It's a data
Mhm.
transformation tool, but I have
Power
not
query,
worked
right?
or
In Excel we have.
yeah. Power Query
Okay,
is there in Excel also, yes.
okay, okay.
BI is Power BI is more trending because it's very cost effective compared to other tools. How about Alteryx is a free one?
Sorry.
Alteryx is a free or it needs a licensing or
No, it's
something?
chargeable actually. But if you're a college student, then you want to like submit your college ID, then it will be free for 1 year if you're a
Okay,
college
okay,
student. But
just
it's a
like that.
paid actually, and it's,
Oh,
very actually means the heavy fees actually they have in USD dollars.
okay, okay. It seems like your Tableau also. Tableau, they have a public version which is for what I say free
It's
completely, but
similar to Power BI, right?
Tableau is similar to Power BI, yes.
Okay.
But Tableau is very expensive compared to Power BI thing. But I'll tell you, when things are expensive, they have lot of features. See, like I cannot sell BMW in India unless and until I prove that it is better than the other cars. Otherwise,
Correct.
people always look from the economical point of view. Okay,
Yeah, of course, yes.
mid-range cars like gives you, or even the low-range car also gives you the same facilities and all the same. And you're selling a high-range value product, so we need to say is like there it should be some kind of a worth, unless and until see, when I can take a vehicle for 5 to 6 lakhs, and if I have to spend 70, 80 lakhs, why should I spend? Okay, that will be always the question. And they should be something very good kind of a thing. So the same thing I'll tell you, Tableau, Alteryx, and all those things, they are expensive software. And still they are in demand. That means they have some kind of a extraordinary features kind of a thing. That is what it is. Because I teach even the Tableau as well as the Power BI. I know the power of Tableau, the kind of a speed it works, the performance. See, a few things what I see in Tableau is the data blending is amazing feature what it has there. Um, things. So
Mhm.
they are, and it is very lightweight compared to Power BI. It works more efficiently, much faster. Those kind of a thing what I have seen. So otherwise, see, Tableau is per year license is like $70, whereas the
Okay.
Power BI gives you at $9.9, less than $10. Okay, the same
Mhm.
features or more features we are getting with 1/7 of the price. Okay,
Yeah, correct. Mhm.
so okay, nobody gives you, and so that means still if that particular product is running in the industry, so that means there is something great in that. Okay,
Mhm.
see, when you have a 5 to 6 lakhs a car and another car of 70, 80 lakhs, so both are running on the same road. That means 70, 80 lakhs car has something like the pricing is tenfold, but the future wise it should be at least 15 to 20 fold. Only then people will be ready to invest on that. Correct.
Yeah. Correct. Yeah.
So
And
they
one thing, so these all applications which we are going to train, so it is like the usable in the field called BA, like business analyst.
these tools are the BI tools only.
No, no, no. So there is a profile called business analyst. So this tool are usable for that particular
Yes.
profile.
See, as I said, like, business analyst is what? Understanding your historical data and taking some business decisions. And these are tools
Correct.
which is exclusively made for that itself.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
This data set is really a good one, so which is generally being used, okay, called as a sample superstore. So the reason why this is being used more is because it where I can analyze the data based on the different factors.
Okay.
Okay, so we see first thing is like as a data analyst, our job should be like you should be very good at understanding the data.
Mhm.
Okay, and you can only understand the data if you start questioning on the data.
Okay.
So I always say, like, if you have to be a good data analyst or thing, so you should have a good understanding problem. So power, that means if you say like, good understanding power, that means whenever you look at the data, you start questioning on that particular data. Why is that? Why is this? Why is that? And so on. Okay.
Mhm.
So that particular kind of a thing. So on that basis, like, I've just taken this sample superstore. This is about the retail sales, okay, e-commerce kind of a data. When you look into this one, I have almost close to 10,000 rows, 9,995 rows. Okay.
Mhm.
And we have almost 21 columns. Yes. Okay. So that means almost 10,000 rows of data. It is about the retail business. And when you see here, we have a row ID, which is an unique
Mhm.
identification number. Okay. Every row has been identified with a number, say 1, 2, 3, and so on. And whenever the customer places an order, we have order ID.
What ID?
Okay, whenever the order is being placed. So we just give an identification number for that order. And order ID is repeated. That means like, in a single order, customer would have purchased multiple products. In the same thing, same order, the customer has purchased two to three different products. Okay. So that is
Mhm.
what is the thing is. Okay. And then we look in, we have this particular, what you say, the order date. Okay. So it just tells you like, when the order was being placed, when exactly the shipment has happened. Okay.
Correct.
With the help of date fields, I can try to find out the various analysis like year wise, quarterly wise, periodical analysis, the trend analysis. Okay. We can see like how trends are happening. Seasonal analysis can also be done on this. Okay. So where we have so we have almost 10,000 rows of data, so we can see the yearly, monthly, quarterly, daily, weekly, how the sales are happening, which part of the year the sales are good, which part of the sales are low. Is that kind of a same trend? So I can go with the individual product and see like okay, how they are been performing during every period of time. Okay, things and so on. And then we have a ship date, like when the order has been placed, how much time it has taken for the shipment. Okay. And then if there is a delay in the shipment, we can track it. Okay, finding the difference between these two. Okay.
Mhm.
And we have a mode of shipment, what customer prefers. Okay. So again, we have a different mode of shipment, whether the customer says like I want in the same day. Okay. They don't mind in paying extra, but they want the same shipment on the same day, or they want a first class or a standard class. Generally standard class is like we don't take an extra charges for the shipment, but they have a own standard time, say 4 days, 5 days, or whatever it is. But you want to have a priority kind of a shipment. So what kind of a customer, see, like I can even find out like which particular geographic area the customers go with the standard, which geographical areas the customers goes with priority based shipment. Okay. So there
Mhm.
might be like the posh areas or business class areas, and all those things really matters, kind of a thing. No, we can understand. Okay, this area may, so they don't mind it paying extra, so they have a priority. So that means we can understand the thinking of the human beings, and accordingly we can even promote for the new products also. Is it
Mhm.
okay? And things, and then we have the customer details
Customer
entry,
ID. Mhm.
identified with the customer ID has a name and what segment they belong to. Okay.
Okay.
And
Mhm.
the same way we do also have a geographical data, as like um, which country it is, what is the
Location.
city, what is the state, what is the postal code, what is the region, all those particular kind of a things. Okay. This
Mhm.
with the help of which we can find out geographically how things are happening, region wise, country wise, city wise, state wise, even the postal code wise, how the sales are happening. Okay. Things. And apart from that, we can also see the product wise how the sales are happening. So we have a product ID with the name, what category it belongs to, what subcategory it belongs to. Okay. And
Mhm.
apart from all those particular things, we do also have a measurable
Sales.
value. When you talk about a measurable values, like what is the total sales, how much quantity is being sold, what is the discount, what is the profit, all those particular data is there.
Got it.